Namaste, Hamesha Krishnavidya. I am JVL Dr. Meenakshi, Assistant Professor in Department of Shalakya Tantra, Faculty of Ayurvedic Science, Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. In this session, we'll discuss the rest part of the senile cataract. In the previous session, we have discussed the senile cataract, the etiology, the factors affecting the age of onset, type and maturation of senile cataract, the causes of pre-senile cataract, the mechanism of loss of transparency, the stages of maturation of the cortical type of senile cataract and the nuclear type of senile cataract. Then we have discussed the symptoms of the senile cataract. Now we will discuss the signs of the senile cataract. The following examination should be carried out to look for the different signs of cataract. First is the visual acuity testing. Depending upon the location and maturation of cataract, the visual acuity may range from the 6/9 to the just perception of light positive. Second is the oblique illumination examination. It reveals the color of the lens in pupillary area, which varies in different types of cataracts. Then the third examination is the test for iris shadow. When an oblique beam of light is thrown on the pupil, a concentric shadow of pupillary margin of iris will be formed on the grayish opacity of the lens, as long as clear cortex is present between the opacity and the pupillary margin. When lens is completely transparent or opaque, no iris shadow is formed. Hence, the presence of iris shadow is a sign of immature cataract. Then the next examination is the distant direct ophthalmoscopic examination. A reddish yellow fundal glow is observed in the absence of any opacity in the media. Partial cataractous lens shows black shadow against the red glow in the area of cataract. Complete cataractous lens does not even reveal red glow. Here is an image of the diagrammatic depiction of iris shadow in immature cataract. The upper and the lower one shows no iris shadow in the mature cataract. In the upper image, there is shadow in the immature cataract. In lower, there is no iris shadow. Next examination is the slit lamp examination. It should be performed with a fully dilated pupil. The examination reveals the complete morphology of opacity, the size, shape, color, pattern, and hardness of the nucleus. The next is the grading of nucleus hardness. In a cataractous lens is important for setting the parameters of machine in phacoemulsification technique of cataract extraction. The hardness of the nucleus, depending upon its color on slit lamp examination, can be graded as following in the table. In this one, grading of the nucleus hardness on slit lamp microscopy. Uh, Grade 1 is said when the nucleus is soft. The color of nucleus is white or greenish yellow. Grade 2 when the nucleus is soft medium and the color of nucleus is yellowish. Grade 3 when the nucleus is medium hard and the color of nucleus is amber colored. Grade 4 when the nucleus is hard and the color of nucleus is brownish. And grade 5 when the nucleus is ultra hard or rock hard and the color of nucleus is blackish. Here is the image of the grade 1, grade 2, grade 3, grade 4 on slit lamp biomicroscopic grading of nucleus hardness. Then next is the differential diagnosis of the senile cataract. First is the immature senile cataract can be differentiated from the nuclear sclerosis without any cataract. Second is the mature senile cataract can be differentiated from the other causes of white pupillary reflex leukoporia. Then complications. First is the phacoanaphylactic uveitis. Lens proteins may leak into the anterior chamber in hypermature cataract. These proteins may act as antigen and induce antigen-antibody reaction leading to phacoanaphylactic uveitis. The next is the lens-induced glaucoma. It may occur by different mechanisms. First is the phacomorphic glaucoma. It is caused by intumescent, swollen, and cataractous lens. It is a type of secondary angular closure glaucoma. It is the most common type of lens-induced glaucoma. The second type of lens-induced glaucoma is phacolytic glaucoma. The lens proteins are leaked into the anterior chamber in cases with Morganian type hypermature cataract. These proteins are engulfed by the macrophages. The swollen macrophages clog the trabecular meshwork, leading to increase in intraocular pressure. Thus, the phacolytic glaucoma is a type of secondary open-angle glaucoma. The third type of lens-induced glaucoma is the phacotopic glaucoma. The hypermature cataractous lens may subluxate or dislocate and cause glaucoma by blocking the pupil or angle of anterior chamber. Then third complication of senile cataract is subluxation or dislocation of lens. It may occur due to degeneration of zonules in hypermature stage. The next type of cataract is the concussion cataract. It occurs mainly due to imbibition of aqueous and partly due to direct mechanical effects of the injury of lens proteins. It may assume any of the following shapes, like discrete subepithelial opacities are of most common occurrence. The early rosette cataract punctate, it is the most typical form of concussion cataract. It appears as feathery lines of opacities along the star-shaped suture lines, usually in the posterior cortex. Next shape is a late rosette cataract. It develops in the posterior cortex 1 to 2 years after the injury. Its sutural extensions are shorter and more compact than the early rosette cataract. The next is a traumatic zonular cataract. It may occur in some cases, though rarely. Next is the diffuse or total concussion cataract. It is of frequent occurrence. The next type is the early maturation of senile cataract. It may follow the blunt trauma. Here is an image of the rosette shaped cataract following the blunt trauma. The next type of cataract is the metabolic cataracts. These cataracts occur due to endocrine disorders and biochemical abnormalities. A few common varieties of metabolic cataracts are described here. First is a diabetic cataract. Diabetes is associated with two types of cataracts, senile cataract in diabetes and the true diabetic cataract. The senile cataract in diabetes appears at an early age and progresses rapidly. The second type of diabetic cataract is the true diabetic cataract. The classical diabetic cataract is also called the snowflake cataract or snowstorm cataract, and it is a rare condition usually occurring in young adults due to osmotic overhydration of the lens. Osmotic overhydration of the lens occurs due to accumulation of sorbitol when glucose is metabolized by NADPH plus dependent aldose reductase. Here's an image of the snowflake cataract, which shows the true diabetic cataract. Initially, a large number of fluid vacuoles appear underneath the anterior and posterior capsules, which is soon followed by appearance of bilateral snowflake-like white opacities in the cortex. Such opacities may resolve spontaneously or mature within a few days. Then galactosemic cataract will be discussed in the next session. Thank you so much. This session is powered by digital version 2.0 Jyoti Vidyapeeth Women's University. I hope you are satisfied with my digital session. If you have any query, please mention in the comment box. I will resolve it. Thank you so much.